Hello guys, let's talk about graphic design trends, more specifically the trends in 2022. I found an incredible article by Olivia Hoskin, sorry if I mispronounced the name, and I will put the link in the description below so you can take a look at the entire article. But let's start with trend number 1, combining 2D and 3D. We're used to see 3D designs for a while, but now they're evolving a little further and they're actually mixing 2D with the 3D design. These designs offers more room to creativity because adding the 2D gives more options. This style is characterized because it's realistic, but at the same time blurs the line between digital and physical elements. And here's a list of 3 graphic designs to check out for inspiration. Okay guys, before trend number 2, if you feel like you like this type of content or you find it in any way, shape or form really useful, just give a like to the video. That will help me a lot. Let's go back to trend number 2, 90s nostalgia. Not long ago, popular media like Netflix, Cobra Kai, and Stranger Things brought back that 80s nostalgia, and it opened the way for the retro comebacks finally hitting the 90s in this year 2022. It's possible to see an increase during this year of more designs with this style. They will be mostly simple emojis, primitive internet frames, geometric shapes and sketch illustrations. The use of color blocks will be present too. This seems like a great trend that you might try in your next project. Here are some artists to look for inspiration. Okay guys, let's go with trend number 3, twisted typography. This trend in particular has a characteristic that uses elements that break the order. It can be a letter upside down in a larger or smaller font. This trend is great to draw someone's attention to a specific area of the design. A good example of this, and I know you might be thinking about this too, is the intro of a Squid Game. The good thing about it is that it uses all that we're talking about here of playing with the changes of the typography just to create this amazing style of design. And now I'm gonna tell you some artists that you can check for this style of graphic design. Okay guys, let's go with trend number 4, Ukiyo-e Style design. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this the right way or not, but let's start with the meaning of Japanese ukiyo-e. It's a form of art that flourished in the 17th to 19th century. It depicted the female beauties, kabuki actors, sumo wrestlers, cranes from history and folk tales, travel scenes, landscape, flora, fauna, and the term ukiyo-e is a Japanese form of pictures of floating words. You will mostly see this type of design with a vector art with bold outlines and flat colors, including the use of limited perspective techniques. In today's creative world, similar designs are being used to give ordinary flat vectors scenes with an extra edge. Some designers that you might have to look for this style are the ones that I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, let's go with trend number 5, candy color vibes. This trend is more about standing out with color and capture people's attention while they are scrolling, mostly using vibrant color candy scenes. Some good designers or artists that you can check to get a better idea about this style are the following that I'm gonna put in the screen right now. Okay guys, let's go with trend number 6, the rise of the anti-designer. I know it's more like a rejection of the traditional design principles of spacing, proportion, rhythm, and harmony, and it just tries to break out the rules of the graphic design standards. And this is really well done because they try to do it to capture people's attention, and I feel like these designs, even though they look a little bit chaotic, they actually ended up expressing what they're trying to express with the final meaning of their design, and they capture people's attention, so they actually get the goal done. Some great designers that you can check for this specific style are the ones that I'm gonna put in the screen right now. And again guys, trend number 7 is one of my favorites, 3D characters. Think NFT. Old school gamers will enjoy this one. These 3D style characters are taking over all the graphic design space big time for many apps, websites, and animations. The characters can be created as 2D designs, holographic designs, candy color designs, or any of the others that were already mentioned previously in this video. All enjoy the 3D characters trend. It's amazing. It's one of my favorites. Check out this artist for more information about this trend. Okay, trend number 8. Parametric patterns. This type of parametric patterns consist of geometric structures whose lines morph depending on their relative positions. Okay, this sounds really complicated, but as a part of the designs in 2022, parametric patterns represent the complexity of the subjects that they represent. In general, our design industry depends heavily on the use of patterns. These decorative elements and visual interest to the backgrounds and break the solid colors with parametric geometry in 2022. Here are some good artists that are gonna show you a little bit more about this great style of graphic design. Check out this for more references. Trend number 9. Holographic designs. This is a mixture of high-gloss multidimensional pastel highlight. Holographic design is undoubtedly high-tech and futuristic. Even static image with these highlights give the impressions of movement. These are some great designers to check out to learn more about this trend. And finally, trend number 10. Extreme high school bubble design. This is a great style of design. It meant to be friendly, add some fun to the lack of corners that make it look really kind to the people that is looking at it. One of the goals of this trend is to exaggerate through elongated forms and psychedelic colors instead of the typical bubble fonts and shapes found on children products. The result is an infallible design feels grow up while still retaining that vital spark of children fun. And this will bring us to the end of the video, but now is your turn. Are you planning to use any of these styles in your portfolio or projects? Leave your response in the comments below. If you feel like this video was useful for you and you feel like you learned something new, just give it a like. That'll help me a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.